Today was a day of reckoning, okay?
Let me ask you something that's going around right now. A lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, you know, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, you know, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, you know, whether or not, you know, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, you know, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, oh, you know, nobody's above the law, I respect, you know, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a sudden?
No, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground.
Listen,
they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're
mad. No.
If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice. Democrats ran on that. This same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. How we shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls? He's wrong.
Nobody
he lied.
criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlamagne Tha God.
I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more. But you're missing my question.
Okay.
My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes... But when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
That's why I'm an independent.
Yes, but I think that's the best way to go. But that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
But why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are wrong.
So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. And can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power, right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg. I would never. I said that. I just think that.
Think about it. Just think about it this way.
So, first of all, Hunter has been above the law even before this pardon. Remember, he got a subpoena by the Congress. He didn't show up.
Oh, no, he showed up. He showed up at a press conference.
And then left, right. So he ignored the subpoena. Not only that, but look at all the stuff he's gotten. And he's no talent. He's no, bright star, shining star. He was a horrible artist. Everyone knew it. He sold paintings for millions of dollars. He's gotten this board appointment on the Burisma in Ukraine that he had no type of experience for. I mean, this is someone who is above the law. He photographed himself smoking crack and doing drugs, hanging with prostitutes, and then lied on the gun application.
Poor sister's life got completely blown up by this thing, by this addiction, to the point where she ultimately, once the family sort of tried to let her have a hard love, a tough love period where we weren't helping her out of the jams that she was creating, found herself in the throes of the criminal law. Yeah, but it remained a mark on her record forever. And no one gives a damn that you were addicted. No one cares about that backstory I just gave to you. So fuck you, Joe Biden, and your sob story about your rich, spoiled presidential kid, Hunter Biden, and how he's been singled out. Because I know I speak for millions of people who have an addict in their family who did something they're not proud of, who could never get out from under it. We have no sympathy for you, Hunter Biden, and even less for you, Joe Biden.
All of this stuff he did, and then he tried to get off. He would have gotten off. The only reason why the Biden DOJ actually went after him because they were forced to go after him because of the IRS whistleblowers. So what are they talking about?
Let me say this. If the people on The View, Whoopi, Sunny, all of them, if they were now to support all people who have charges against them to get their 2A, their gun licenses, get a gun, if they would support that, because now Hunter has been pardoned. So let's just make it carte blanche. Anybody who wants a gun in jail, out of jail, whatever, under the jail, you can get a gun. I would give them more credibility if they would support things like that, because Hunter has now been pardoned.
But this is why it's important. Thanks to people like you, patriots, who love America and stand for truth. We're making a difference.
Yeah.
Together, we've turned off this mainstream media off, called them out for their lies and propaganda, and held them accountable for their disdain for God-fearing, truth-seeking, America-loving people like us.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't stop here. The fight is bigger than turning off the TV. It's time to take action with our dollars. Why should we support companies that mock our values? And we're going to get into that in a few minutes about how they mock us. But instead, we should uplift individuals and businesses that align with our beliefs,
right?
Our love for family, freedom, and America. A new year is coming, and it's time for us to rise up. Let's make 2025 the year we double down on our commitment to values-driven choices. So we found an exciting way to make this switch, and we want you to join us. Check out popandswitch.com. That's it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Click, yes, I want to make the switch. It's that easy. It's time to walk away from corporations like BlackRock and Vanguard and that undermine our principles. Let's invest in America. Let's support businesses that share our love for this country. So check out that website, www.popandswitch.com. That's what we've been doing.
Right.
Join us in making this one small yet powerful step. It's not you can't do everything right away, but you can at least start here.
Exactly.
And take a stand with us.
Right. So that's number one. Number two, who in the world who is Whoopi talking about? People got over. The only person who got over is Hunter and the Bidens. They have gotten over his whole career. I mean, he has the sob story. Yes, again, we know his wife and his daughter were killed in the accident. It's tragic. You know, regardless of party, that's a tragedy. Okay. But Hunter has been, a drug addict with carte blanche, red carpet treatment all of his life. He has had access to the best treatment centers that could possibly be in the world, in the existence. None of our family members could probably afford that ever. Do we have people in my family that are on drugs, been on drugs? Absolutely. I know some. I've had people in my family like that. But guess what? They had to go to jail. They have things on their record. They can't get a job, or they haven't had a job. We don't get that treatment. So what is Whoopi talking about? This is nothing but partisanship. Let's call it what it is. Yes, maybe many of you would have pardoned your own child. I don't know. Maybe you would have. But let's just call it what it is. It was partisanship. The same institutions, again, that Joe said he supported, and that when conservatives have said, no, the institutions are not right, the FBI, we were called all all kinds of fear mongering and conspiracy theorists. But now he just said in his statement that he doesn't trust those same institutions. What the hell are you supposed to do with that, Joe? Are you lying or did you change your mind?
Of course he lied. He lied. They were thinking that Kamala Harris was going to win. And so there would be no need to pardon him because Kamala Harris probably would have pardoned him. They would have had control over all of the government institutions. And so it would have been dead. And just like they thought it was going to be dead with the plea deal, that was a plea deal like no other. And thank God for the ethical judge who was overseeing the case and said, this is crazy. I can't do this. And told them to take it back. So again, I would not care about what Biden did. I wouldn't care about what Biden did, but he did it on our dime. He did it on taxpayers' dime. They enriched themselves, not just Biden, not just Jill, but Hunter, the brothers, all of them enriched themselves on the taxpayer dime. None of them has created anything. Not one. They have worked in public office probably before I was born. Okay. And they have enriched themselves, become millionaires off of our dime. They have not created anything. They have not employed people. They have not, started any types of businesses. All of their money has been on our dime. And it is ridiculous. And for them to sit here and take up for them is just beyond the pale. It really is.
They're taking up for him because in their twisted thinking, they think this goes against Trump. That's it. Because they compare everything, he's a convicted felon, whatever other, verbiage they throw at him. This is why they think that they are going against and getting Trump. This is why the TDS to the nth degree, they are Trump deranged. Nothing that man does escapes them. It lives in their mind. It rents rooms in their headspace. So anything that they think is going to go against Trump, this is what they're going to do, and they're going to support it. Any other situation, they are embarrassed. They would be embarrassed to say, this is the person that I supported because he has gone back on exactly what he said. Right. That's the end of it. That's it.
Yeah. I want to bring you guys this last clip of The View where they really got their asses handed to them. This is clip 11.
Now that Trump has won, you say that you don't think cable news will ever truly cover him honestly again. Why?
Not even just cable news, no network. Nobody, because they didn't do it before, so why would they do it now? They're scared to death. He's the president of the United States of America.
Have you watched The View?
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. Sonny, I saw you have to apologize a couple times last week, so somebody's coming with some notes from downstairs.
Not apologizing. Okay. I'm making a legal note as an attorney of law.
Because we have a petty president, incoming, that is going to be very litigious.
Who is litigious, but that doesn't mean that's not a mistake.
We check ourselves.
But what does not normalize?
What is she talking about? Litigious. You made the new note because you were wrong for what you said. You were wrong. And the things that you pushed out on the internet, on The View, have not been substantiated. That's why you had to make the legal notes. I want to acknowledge our super chatters before we really dig into this. Thank you guys so much. We certainly appreciate you all. All right. So we have here. All right. Laura with the $2 super chat.
Laura.
Yes, says get them, Shelly. Thank you so much, Laura.
They get on my nerves, Laura. Oh my God. I can't wait to sit next to Sonny.
Yeah.
All right. I got to tell y'all this.
Well, let me get this one. Jay Hunter with the $5 super chat says, who is the girl who would risk her job for her delusion world? Tiff, you're damn right in my Isaac's voice. Oh, my. Laura, thank you so much, Laura, for the $2 super chat. Says preach it and then BBB whoopee. Oh, okay. Right. Kung Fu CJ with the $5 super chat says
Charlamagne is
she can only be a write-in, and Charlamagne is a beta flunky also. Yeah, he is.
Well, look, The View has been getting it. They got it from Stephen A. Smith. They're getting it from Charlamagne. Again, Bill Maher was on there recently. They're getting it from their own side. This is their own side. They don't know what to do with that. But this is what I want you all to do for us. When, not if, when we go to be guests on The View and I sit next to Sonny, I'm going to need all the prayers. I'm going to need prayers from heaven so that I don't hit her. I don't want to just reach over and just smack her. But so I'm going to need the prayers, okay? I want y'all to just keep that in mind. Just pray for me when we go, not if.
Well, the biggest joke of the week was Sonny Holston sitting there saying that The View tells the truth. This woman is just delusional. I don't know who's more delusional, her or Chase Strangio. Okay, this woman is a nut. You talk about the lie.
That's a good one.
They were still pushing the lie about Trump in Charlottesville. They were still pushing the lies about Trump in the economy.
Yes.
I mean, goodness, pushing the lies about how she's saying Trump was going to call out the military on everyday citizens. The list goes on. What is she talking about? Nobody goes to The View for the truth. Are you serious? Then you guys are faker than that weave you have in your head. I mean, this is ridiculous. Can you believe she said that?
I can because they are guided by TDS. Everything is based on what Trump does or doesn't do. That's their new identity, if you will, based on what Trump does or doesn't do. Then they're going to say the opposite, regardless or not, if it's true. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, talk about the lies they called Trump a dictator, a racist. I mean, over and over again. The man he's given money to different ethnicities. He has friends of different ethnicities. He's pardoned different ethnicities.
He loved them. He was on there friends with them.
Absolutely.
He loved Joy and Whoopi and so how? What the hell?
If that's a racist, I don't know what else is. Kwame Kilpatrick, Alice Marie Johnson, Lil Wayne, Kodak Black. He gave $1 million to Jesse Jackson to start the Rainbow Push Coalition. How's Jennifer Hudson? The singer Jennifer Hudson. When many of her family were murdered.
Yes.
He housed them in his hotel for free. Went to court with Michael Jackson every single day of his trial. What are they talking about? Racist. Again, the list goes on, the lies that these people have told, and she had the nerve to form her lips to say that they spout the truth on The View. Oh my God.
If Trump is a racist, I want to be his friend.
Oh yeah.
That's the kind of friend I want.
Oh, he's dated black women. I mean, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. When you dig into this stuff, you realize these people are lying, and it makes absolutely zero sense.